Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm doing some tractor work, fluid changes and lube and cleaning them up, stuff like that. So I told you in a previous video I'd show you a little bit of that, so that's what we're up to. So I'm on my second tractor for the day. I just washed one and lubed it and cleaned out the interior. Took it back over to the other side of the farm and swapped it out with another one. Did have a little accident though. That's what happens when you get in too big a hurry. Yeah, that's gonna be not so fun to fix, but wasn't paying attention, backed over it, made a mess. It happens. So the one I'm working on right now, this is our TS110. This isn't our oldest tractor, but it does have the most hours. This has a little over 7,200 hours, so she's getting up there. She's earned her keep. It's a 2000 model year, so it's 23 years old. This tractor in particular is a little bit near and dear to my heart. This is actually probably the first tractor I learned how to drive on, so it's been around here pretty much as long as me. I'm a little older than this tractor, but as far as my working career, actually running the machinery, this tractor's been with me the whole time, so I know this tractor like the back of my hand. I've changed oil and filters on this thing more than I care to even admit, you know, since I'm a kid. So I kind of can do this with my eyes closed at this point. First thing I'm going to do is change the oil. So it's warmed up from driving over here. That's the plug right there in the bottom of the pan. We're going to use a 5-gallon bucket. Little 5-quart job you use for your car isn't going to cut it here. And probably just end up using the breaker bar and a 1-inch socket. 1 inch. Set you guys up here. I should have a pair of latex gloves on, but I don't. Try not to get messy. Just clean my shop floor, so we're going to try not to spill anything here is the goal. Let that drain a good long while. If I do happen to spill, there's probably 10 triaxle loads of sawdust there. That works excellent as a speedy dry. That's a pro tip for you guys for the day. If you have any band sawdust or planer shavings around, they're excellent for cleaning up spills. And ask me how I know. I spill a lot of stuff around here. So while that's draining, I'll probably work on the interior here. It needs a good scrubbing. One problem with this tractor, air seat doesn't work anymore, so we're bottomed out. We're a low rider on this deal, and don't really want to put money into a new seat with a 7,200 hour tractor, so we just deal with it. This tractor's kind of semi-retired. It's kind of used for light duty stuff. We're not doing anything crazy with it anymore. So, you know, for the amount of hours we put on it, we just deal with it, with the little problems you end up with tractors like this. So as they get up in age. So I am gonna kind of Windex the windows, vacuum, clean out the interior, and keep rolling on this. So I goofed up a little bit. I should have swept this out outside before I brought it in here. I'm gonna be careful with the dustpan. So I'm back. I got a little bit sidetracked there. I had to go cut a dead mouse out of a ceiling. Yes, you heard me correctly. That's another story for another time. But I'm back on this tractor. I got the drain plug in. The oil is completely drained. We're gonna do the filter and fill her back up. I'm just gonna move my bucket. About 2.5 gallons in there is what we got. And well, before I do that, let's work a little smart here. Another pro tip for you guys, a lot of you guys probably know this. Always write your hours on the filter, hours and date. That way you know where you're at with the machine. I keep everything in a logbook, but it's nice to have it right on the machine. So a couple years ago they switched these black oil filters, so now I use a paint pen on them. So we got 7256 and it is October of 23. I'm gonna write that on both sides because you don't know which way it's gonna end up on the machine. I think it's time for a new paint pen. The white ones, I just do what I've always done, Sharpie. This is the fuel filter. All right. Well, see how strong we are today. Oh, not bad at all. This is one of the easier ones. It's so easy to get in at this one. Some of these are quite a chore. In fact, our newest tractor, you have to move quite a few brackets and wiring just to take the oil filter off. That's why I much prefer the older stuff. Simpler, less to go wrong with it. I mean, this tractor still has plenty of electronics on it, but it's not near as sophisticated as our two newer ones. We also don't have near the problems with it, imagine that. Okay. Now, the job everybody hates. Fuel filter. Yeah. So I already have a pan underneath here. This has a weird plastic locking ring system, a little different than just about anything else. For some reason it doesn't really want to come off right now. There we go. Let's get the new one. I should probably pre-fill this, but for the sake of filming, I'm just going to throw her on there and hopefully bleed her. Alright, it's a bleeder screw here. I use this plastic bleeder screw, which as you can see over the years has really taken a beating. Probably not the best thing, but we're gonna need to get a little pliers. Pop that open. Let's see. And better take two. Tractor has an electric pump. I had the radio on. I hope you didn't hear that. I'll get in trouble with YouTube. Close the bleeder, open the water drain at the bottom. Let's try it that way. There we go. Hey, there we go. It's almost like I've done this before. Can't start it yet, there's no oil in it. Let's address that situation. So we're going to fill her up with the finest 15W40 oil money can buy, Traveler brand from Tractor Supply. In reality, it's about the cheapest I could find. And I know there's differing opinions on oil, but the truth of the matter is the name brand stuff is over $100 for a 5-gallon bucket, and I just don't see the sense of putting the money into it in a 7,200 hour tractor. So I don't know if there's a difference in oils, but we kind of at a certain point with our older stuff switch over to the cheaper stuff. We run New Holland oils in our new stuff, but it gets to the point you go bankrupt buying oil. It gets to be quite a pricey oil and filter bill. So we're gonna put this stuff in, fill her up, and we'll get her fired back up. Oh, this is gonna make a mess. This tractor takes about 3 gallons. I'm gonna be here a while. These buckets are a good workout. So the oil's done. I was about to pull the air filter and blow it. Check that out. There's a pine cone laying perfectly on top of the intake manifold. Sometimes it just makes you wonder, what is going on with this stuff? I don't know if a critter took it up there. Must have. What are the odds of it falling? It almost would have had to. Couldn't have fallen through the hood. Might be why it smells a little bit like mice. It's parked in a building. Anyway, pull this air filter out. We're gonna give this a blow. This was new last year. Sometimes I replace them, sometimes I just clean them up and reuse them. That's not bad at all. Put that back in. This tractor has a snorkel on it. The air intake's way up there, so that actually helps keep these filters real clean. I really do like the way this tractor's set up. Like I said, it's probably my favorite of all the tractors we've had here, just as far as size, power, the way it's set up. It's been reliable. Boy, I wish I could go back 20 years and buy another one and have it stockpiled. No emissions. So I have to grease it yet. There's a bunch of grease fittings on the front end of these on the 4-wheel drive. So one of these days I'm going to upgrade to an electric grease gun. Probably should have done it years ago. Everybody tells me they're one of the greatest things ever. I don't do that much greasing that I think it's necessary, but some days I think it would be nice. I do use the lock and lube coupler. These things are sweet. Push the button, put it on your grease fitting, let it go, it locks on. They're really nice. Highly recommend that. So I got her all buttoned up. She's greased up, new fluids where it needs it. I recorded it in my book, so I know what I did to it. And she's ready to go back to work. Hopefully have another good harvest season with the old girl. Like I said, she's not our biggest, she's not our fanciest, but it's my favorite tractor. You know, just I guess there's some sentimental connection. You work with a piece of machinery long enough and it just kind of becomes part of the family. So let's jump in there. We'll start her up and pull her out. But one other thing I'll say about this tractor, I've never had a diesel piece of equipment that starts as quick as this. I mean, it literally fires off instantly. So I'm going to pull her out in with the next tractor, and I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of my maintenance process. I enjoy doing it. It's nice to go through the stuff every fall. We go through it, clean it up, get it ready. In another couple weeks here, it's going to be all muddy and dirty again, and won't look like I did anything, but try to keep everything running good, and hopefully it pays off in the long run. Less downtime, less expenses. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time. See ya. I almost forgot the most important part of the maintenance program. We are on a Christmas tree farm, so you need your little pine tree air freshener. That's the key to the whole operation. So I missed that initially. Now I'll catch you guys later. See ya.